What's up, guys? It is time for another episode of Do You Ship? This week we've got Black Lightning's Grace and Anissa versus Gotham's Dr. Lee and Gordon. Who will win? Let's find out.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What?
Oh, look at the lights.
Yes, we got the love lights going on. What is up, guys? It is another episode of Do You Ship, the show where we take two of your favorite TV couples and we battle them 3 rounds. Winner takes all, makes it to the next round to battle another couple. I am your host, Drew Jones. I am here with my lovely co-panelist and competitor, Karla Beltran. And on the couch tonight, manning both the chat and being the judge of this little showdown, is Candice Cruz. How you doing, girl?
Yay. I'm good. I'm comfortable on this side. Last week, y'all had me sweating.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's nice to be on the other side of the table tonight.
I know. And we're missing Allie today, but she'll be back next week.
Yes. Tonight, I'm excited. I'm excited because we have a brand new couple versus a couple who's been around for a minute.
Yeah, we do.
I think that's the cool part about the show is that we balance it out. We really have like well-known couples that we've heard about and loved for years, and then new couples that we're being introduced to. And for all those viewers that are just joining us as well, Do You Ship, like Drew said earlier, is a competition show. We're going to be pitting all of your favorite TV couples against one another to find out who is the #1 television couple. So,
Every week we're going to have 2 couples battle each other in 3 different rounds. Whoever wins that show makes it on to the next round to battle another couple. It's basically like March Madness, but way more interesting because it's not about dumb sports. It's about TV, couples, and things that people really care about.
Exactly.
People really care about. I'm gonna get comfortable over here because I'm on the other side. It's really nice.
Yes, you're out of the
You're
hot
like not
seat.
sweating. I'm like over here dripping.
I'm just gonna enjoy myself on the couch, guys. This is great. You guys can pit it out.
Yeah. This week, Karla and I have been prepping.
Yes, we
getting
have.
ready to battle for our teams.
This.
I will be repping Team Black Lightning with Anissa and Grace and Karla.
And I will be repping Gotham's most favorite couple, Dr. Lee and Officer Gordon.
And tonight we will be going over 3 different components. I'm so sorry. I can't count tonight. Longevity, trust, and compassion. So both of these ladies are going to be duking it out against each other to see who has the best argument. And ladies, you guys better be ready. Bring your A game.
Oh, yes.
I'm a strict judge, okay?
All
ready.
right.
Let's do this.
All right, Candice, let's get it started.
Okay, so who would like to have opening statements? 30 seconds of opening statements. Anyone?
30 seconds opening statements. I can do mine first.
Okay. You want to do yours? Okay. She's like, sure, let's go. All right, so you are debating Gordon and Dr. Lee. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let me set my clock. Let me set my timer. Okay. All right. I got 10 minutes. That's not enough. That's too much. Too much. Way too much. All right. Are we ready?
We are
Take your breath.
Ready.
And go.
Okay, guys, we have known Dr. Lee and Officer Gordon since way back in season 1. They've been together for pretty much a whole 2 seasons completely. They have everything that a relationship needs. They have trust, compassion. They've been together for a really long time. They're in love. Gordon really is devoted to Lee, and so is Lee. Gordon is willing to give his life for Lee. And
time.
Oh my gosh, that was like a nothing.
I know,
so quick.
I was like
so quick.
Barely starting to get to my statement.
my heart just started beating really fast all of a sudden.
It's so crazy that we just get so much anxiety. We're like, okay.
Because there's so much to say and so little time, and I'm just like, okay, I feel like I'm sweating like right now trying to.
Well, that's the great
piece it
part
all
about
together.
this show is because you have plenty more times.
Yes,
to make your argument. So are you ready, my dear?
Yeah.
On your mark.
Whew.
Get set. Go.
All right, so while Grace and Anissa have not been on that show that much, they are a revolutionary couple, being one of the first gay superhero couples ever. Not only are they the first gay super couple ever, they're also people of color, and we never see that type of representation on TV. They're the only couple who, going into this, we already know what the sitch is because we have comic books upon comic books talking about their relationship, which the creators have already confirmed is going to be very closely followed, that plot line. So Grace and Anissa are absolutely in game, and there's a lot of plot holes with Gordon and Dr. Lee.
Perfect timing. End of. You got 30
That's
seconds.
so good. Like,
Love, I love you. You've got strong arguments, but
she's
my
like,
eyes out for
yeah. You're so good at like making something not good look good, and I'm like, how do I? Like, honestly, they've only been in 4 episodes, and she made it seem like they're endgame, and we know they're endgame, and like,
shots were fired.
whatever. Let's get this next round started.
She's salty. She's very salty. Okay, so again, we are going over 3 categories. We're going over longevity, trust, and compassion. So instead of doing 5 minutes each this time, we're going to change it up a little bit. You guys have 5 minutes total
Okay.
to argue back and forth.
Okay.
If the arguments get real good, I may give you some bonus time.
Okay. We like it.
I'm
All
down
right.
for it.
So this one, we're going over longevity.
Dope.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Who would like to start first? Since you went first, Karla, would you like to start, Drew?
Sure.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay, so while technically, yes, this is the first season of Black Lightning, and we're only 9 episodes in, so yes, they may not technically have the same longevity that you do, but the creators have said that the only reason that Grace has not been featured more is because they want to establish Anissa as a superhero before they make her a lesbian. They don't want her sexuality to be the only thing you care about. They want it to just be something about her, you know?
Yeah, but she's still in development. We actually haven't seen her get to that.
But-
and they've only been together for like 4 episodes.
True. Out of 9, though, that's still a large section of the season. The season's also not over, and she's already confirmed for 7 more episodes. Now,
Okay.
the comic books, which the creators have said that the Anissa and Grace plotline is one of the only things that they're heavily relying on the comics for. The comics, they're in-game. So I'm just saying, if you're going for the comics, they're in-game. Unlike Dr. Lee and Gordon, who have consistently had some issues and have been separated. Actually, aren't they separated right now?
They are separated right now, but Dr. Lee just killed Sophia for Gordon. Like this last week's episode, the girl that was trying to make Gordon fall in love with her, Lee just killed her. So there is definitely a possibility for them to become endgame, and not to even state the fact that they actually in real life have a baby and they're married. So we kind of could already tell they are endgame.
Cool.
But talking Gotham terms, from the beginning they've been like together, and then the last season when they were together, like Gordon said, he loved her so much that he was willing to see her marry another man so that she would be happy, and that takes a lot for somebody to do that. And
he did kill her husband, though, and then also she had a vendetta against him for killing her husband, even after she found out that her husband tried to kill her. And she tried to set him up, and then she took that virus thing, which that's a little...
Yeah, the Alice Touched virus. But this virus was taken for her to be able to stay with Gordon, because she wanted Gordon to be bad so that she could be bad too. And that's why she injected the antidote on herself, and she gave him the choice to take the antidote, and she gave him the choice for him to take it in order for them to be together. And Gordon actually ended up taking it. And I have a clip towards the end that I want to show as to why they're endgame, and it's actually during the time that they take the antidote, but we'll show that a little bit later towards the end.
Okay, real quick though, I just want to say that when she was pregnant with their child, unfortunately she did lose the baby, but when she was pregnant, she wanted to leave Gotham, and she asked him to go with him, and instead of choosing his baby and his lady, what did he do, Karla?
He went to prison.
He went to prison. He stayed.
Yeah, but he went to prison out of like a good choice of him doing the right thing. And not every man will be willing to do the right thing. And for her, it was like misfortune that she lost the baby. But after he got out of prison, the first thing that he did is he went to go look for her.
The point of it is, have they technically been together longer than Grace and Anissa
Yes,
based
they
on
have.
shows? Yes,
They have.
but a vast amount of that time has been at each other's throats. She buried him.
She did bury him alive.
Who
but,
buries somebody that they love?
who doesn't bury somebody that they love?
I think a lot of people.
To give them the choice, like, do you love me or do you not? Either you stay buried or you come out
Also,
alive.
might I point out that a lot of Gotham fans don't like them together. For instance, Paul_Yant said, Leslie, what an unpleasant surprise. What are you going to do back in Gotham? Did you come back to try to kill Jim again? So, another one, Real Big Mitch says, F Leslie, to be honest. Jim would be way better off with Barbara.
Okay. Barbara also tried to kill Jim and Lee at the same time. So I don't know that he would be better off with another girl that would kill him. But I know that Lee gave her life for Gordon when she decided to take the Alice Tetch virus.
Was that before or after she tried to frame him and kill him and try to kill him again?
That was after.
Interesting. Another tweet from Gotham fans, since it is about you, the people, is that I Crazy Davy said, looks like Jim's moving on from Leslie. Smiley face.
But he has had other relationships, but they've both of them have been killed actually. So
So
Lee
it wasn't
is
necessarily
still-
due to lack of compatibility. It was
Lee is still and when Sophia came around, Gordon was definitely interested. But then he saw Lee recently, and it was like all like love at first sight again when he saw her in the Narrows.
Your 5 minutes are up, but I feel like I should extend this because as much as I love this like heated discussion back and forth, someone in the chat did make a good point that we haven't talked a lot more about Anissa and Grace.
okay.
So
Yeah.
would you all like to kind of debate that a little bit more?
Sure. Again, like I said, yes, this is only season 1. We're only 9
episodes.
episodes. We're only 9 episodes in.
Yeah.
9 out of
And
or
how
4
how
out of
much-
the 9 episodes they were in. They clicked from the get-go. There were references to the comics of the relationship immediately in the first season. I can use these 4 episodes to easily prove trust and compassion, but I'm going to take it easy on you for this round. But the point is that even when Anissa was going through all of this stuff with her powers and trying to figure it out, she still didn't technically put Grace on the back burner because she left Grace a message asking to get together.
left her.
She left her a message
Okay,
on the
but-
phone. Where
okay.
did she leave her? Did she leave her when those guys tried to jump her and she saved her and then stayed with her until she woke up? Or was she trying to leave her at the library where they sat there and talked for hours? Like, where did she leave her?
I mean, they haven't really been together though.
In the 10 episodes they've been together for, the main focal point storyline, it has been Jefferson and getting green light under. So Anissa hasn't been on the screen 24/7. So
Exactly.
technically you
So
can't
really
say that
there hasn't been a longevity in their relationship.
Again, it's season 1. So if we're talking about actual concept of time, no, they haven't been together as
But
long as
Dr. Lee
and
Gordon have been together for longer.
in the time span that they've been together in season 1, they've been together. They haven't been burying each other and trying to kill one another and trying to frame each other.
In the first season, in season 1, Dr. Lee and Gordon had a really good relationship from the beginning. And he ended up going to prison in season 2, episode 16. So that's technically, and like keep in mind that Gotham almost has like 20 episodes per season. And if they were together since season 1 till episode 16, that's like in season 2, that's definitely more episodes than
Okay.
Then
So there's a
Black
lot
Lightning.
of chat back and forth in the chat. And, I mean, either of them aren't too happy about about Gordon and Dr. Lee. They mentioned they wanted Gordon and Barbara. So something else that we brought in here. However, not to be swayed by the viewers, as much as I love the people, Karla, the fact that she buried him makes your case for the next 2 topics a little hard for me to believe ahead of time.
Oh.
However, you kind of lost on this one, Drew, just because of logistics of time.
Well, when you do the
Unfortunately.
percentage of a season of how much they've been together
Look.
in one season, if you put the percentages next to each other, the percentage is still greater on their end. But it's fine. I have the next two.
You do have the next two. So just by
I wouldn't say
default,
you have the next two, but
I have to say, you two ladies are bringing some heat. I'm really like, I'm up on the edge of my seat. I'm like, she did what? Huh? What? Okay. Well, I'm excited for the next round, but Karla, you have won the round of longevity.
Okay.
Round number 1 is for me.
She's like, and I got 1 point, and then I'm going to get another point. Okay, guys, so the next is going to be compassion. I'm switching it up on you.
Oh my goodness,
I'm
my videos.
switching it up. So we're going to do compassion for you, ladies. And I believe that you guys have some clips to throw in there as well, so please keep that in mind.
I do have a clip to put in there.
All right.
The other one, I'm gonna the last clip, I'm gonna wait. That's going to be like my closing.
Your closing
one.
statements.
They're saying that they're
They're
in the clips are in the rundown.
Well, while we wait,
Yeah.
why don't we just go back? We'll switch it back up. We'll do trust. Would you guys like trust or
Well,
compassion?
I actually have a video for Trust as well. So while we're waiting for the videos, we have an amazing podcast?
Yes, we do.
yes, we
Thank you.
do.
And since you said that, look at you, Drew,
I
just
tried.
throwing it over there. You'd great. So for all of you guys that know AfterBuzz, you know that Maria Menounos is the mother of all of this, and we love her so much. So if you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of life, for those of you who do, we have a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder, like I said earlier, and drops every Friday on iTunes. I love it. It's amazing. I've been listening to it in my car all the time. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria Menounos be the big sister you have always wanted. So just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. That's what I love. For free. Be sure to rate and comment. And when you do, let Maria know it was us that sent you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos. I'm getting all tongue-tied today. Podcast edition. Conversations with Maria Menounos. Podcast edition. So go and check that out, guys. I love podcasts.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I've been listening
They're
to.
the
like
best thing to do when you're
ton.
in traffic.
Oh my God, yeah, especially in LA. I've been listening to some amazing podcasts lately, and Maria is definitely
one
on
of
the
them,
top
yeah.
of my list. And obviously, AfterBuzz is a podcast in addition to all of the wonderful YouTube videos that you guys are watching. So if you are watching, go and listen to us on iTunes and go rate and subscribe us there as well. So I think we got the videos. Are we
believe
good?
so, yeah.
Perfect. So you guys want to go to compassion? Are we going to mix it up a little bit?
Sure, let's do
We
whatever.
can totally do it.
We can totally do it. All right. We're going to start the timer for 5 minutes, ladies. Drew, I'm going to let you start on this one.
Okay.
Ready? Good.
All right, I would like to open this up with a clip of Grace and Anissa. It's their first date together. Actually, no, it's their second date together. They are hanging out, and here it is. Uno momento.
Por favor. There we go.
All right.
That was intense.
It was. And this is why I feel like Grace and Nissa, although they've had short time together, show the epitome of compassion. Because even though Grace is going through the situation with her parents, which is currently, if you don't watch Black Lightning, she has just gotten her powers and she's trying to figure out, like, how to use them best. At the same time as she's an activist and her parents are very, like, you can't be running these streets, like, be an activist, you're going to get killed because her dad's a Black Lightning. You know, he knows about these streets. And Grace is just saying, I understand you, but, like, just think about how lucky you are to have parents. She understands the situation even though it's very different from her own. And she's still, you know, this is, like, from the get-go. This is compassion from the get-go. And then when these guys run up on Grace, it instantly becomes Anissa's problem.
Yeah.
Because Anissa could have very easily been like, nah, like, this isn't about me. But Anissa instantly stepped up to the plate and handled the situation. And what you don't completely see there is she uses her powers. This isn't the first time she uses her powers, but it's one of the first times she uses her powers against people to protect Grace after she gets knocked out. And then she, you know, takes Grace in and she nurses her back to health. And it's be cute.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start with the Alice Tetch virus, since you did mention that earlier. And I think that's, like, the biggest time when we can see that compassion happens within Gordon and Lee's relationship. So Gordon has compassion for Lee, and he understands that in order for her to be happy, she marries Mario. And we totally understand. But I feel like Gordon kills Mario out of compassion for Lee. You know, like, he saves her. Candice's face is, like, amazing. And when she takes the Alice Tetch virus, like, he understands that she took that for him. And even though he knows that the virus was bad, he understands that, like, she did it for him out of love. And she turns bad so that they could be together, because she was like, Gotham is a city where everything is bad and she's a doctor who is good. And the love of her life, which is Officer Gordon, he's bad. Like, even though we love him and he's a good officer, he's bad. And I just want to show, I think I want to show the video clip.
That was our 5
this
minutes
one.
mark, but go ahead.
I want to show the video on this one of when, actually, no, that's okay. Yes, I'll show the video of this one when he kills, Mario. So let's go ahead and play that clip for you guys. Look at it. See?
Okay, first of all,
Okay, wait. The clip is not over. Look, right
this
here.
is a very long-winded clip, and all we're seeing is that he has anger issues and is trigger happy.
No. He is willing to go put his life in danger with this virus to save the love of his life.
Now, I will say the chat is blowing up. Candice, can you please mention to Karla that she's only mentioning past seasons, not the current season? Leslie doesn't care about Gordon at all.
Okay, but we're talking about the 4 seasons, not just 1 season right now.
Okay, true. But
did you guys see that? Did we
That he-
all watch the fact
We
that
did.
Mario almost killed Lee, and Gordon was right there in time to save her life?
But he could have easily shot Mario in such a way that didn't kill him and still disabled him, and he wouldn't have killed his supposed love of his life's new husband. If he really cared about her that much, he could have easily, you know.
But if you
it was a selfish thing.
No, in all honesty, if you see the love of your life about to be hurt, you won't be able to control yourself.
Because you're selfish. You're putting
It's
your
not,
needs in your
not
wants.
because you're selfish. It's because you it's an immediate
So
reaction of when you love somebody. You just
why is Mario getting ready to stab her? Is he a bad guy, or is he?
Because he took the Alice Tetch virus, so it speaks bad to him.
So
and
he
thinks
doesn't
that,
actually want to hurt her.
No, he does, because he knows that Lee is in love with him, and the voice that plays in his head is like, she's not in love with you, she loves Gordon. She's not in love with you, she loves Gordon. And that's what takes him to be mad at her. So he wants to, even though they got married and they're together now because they're married, he didn't care. He still wanted to kill her because the Tetch virus reminds you of the truth, which is the fact that that she loved Gordon. That's really what the virus was reminding him of.
The point of compassion, though, is to love and understand somebody, but still want what's
Yeah,
best for them.
but
And
he
essentially,
totally
she allows
understand.
Gordon to constantly feed into his dark side, and anytime he's really going through anything, she leaves.
Okay, she left, but
Not
he wasn't.
once,
But he
multiple
wasn't.
times.
No, he did. No, from when the beginning of the season till episode 16, when he goes to
We're
prison,
talking about the show
they were
as a whole, the relationship as
together.
a whole, not just one season.
Okay, but then he's only
So she's left
only
multiple times.
No, she's only left him once because they've only really been
But
together.
we're not talking about
once.
longevity. We're talking about compassion.
Exactly, but I'm saying compassion is sticking through with someone and wanting them to be better and understanding their shortcomings and still trying to be there and helping them grow. Anytime he's ever had any trial or tribulation, she's MIA. That's not compassion. They're both very selfish, and they
both are very selfish.
They don't put each other first. Compassion is exactly what Grace and Anissa did, where Grace's problem became Anissa's problem, and Anissa's problem with her parents became Grace's, even though that was something she wanted so bad, was to have her parents be there and nurture and whatnot and get in her business like Anissa's parents are. She still was compassionate and was like, I get what you're saying. You should be thankful, though, that they're there, because they're not always going to be there. That's compassion.
Well, I think in some sense they've had some compassion for each other, but they just haven't stayed together, which is completely understandable. He had compassion for her when she married Mario, and right now when Sophia, in this episode, since we're talking about, in the chat they mentioned they wanted me to talk about this season, in season 4, which is right now, Sophia was about to kill Gordon in last week's episode, and Lee came in and she saved him. So
All right, ladies. Well, you both made very strong arguments, and I really enjoyed the clips. They were great. Great choice on clips. Fantastic. But I have to say, selfishness is definitely not one thing that I find in a good, healthy relationship when there is compassion. So I have to give this one to Drew.
yay! Actually, you totally took that one.
She literally took your argument and went boom. She just whatever you
it's
said, she
so
was
hard.
and no.
I need her to teach me how to make something bad into good.
And then she roundabout cleaned it up, and she was just like, but Anissa and Grace, though. I was like, okay, in game right there. So congratulations to you, Drew.
Thank you. It was not
Congratulations,
easy. You have a hardcore couple.
Yeah. Well, I'm
There's
interested
a lot
to
of
see
history there.
how y'all take
there
into
is a lot of history.
this last round, because I don't know where it's going to go with the trust issue, because
Trust.
you all both have very strong arguments on either end on the ones that you won.
Yeah.
So I feel like both of those kind of play into trust, compassion, and longevity. So
Yeah.
let's
So,
see where it goes.
You have a clip for this one, and I have a clip for this one. Do you want? Do you have a specific time when you want to play your clip?
It's a super short clip. You can just start it from the top.
My clip isn't short, but my clip is good. So.
What's up with these long clips, Carla?
I know. I'm sorry. It's because if I only play part of the clip, you won't understand like the whole part. So it's the whole clip makes sense.
I feel like you kind of need clips that kind of describe it real quick.
I was gonna say you can see the
Because
point
this
of,
one is just one of those that like you see them walk in together. Anyway, we'll play the clip for you guys right now.
So basically, I'll set up this clip as it's playing, and I'll keep talking while it plays. But this is when Anissa and Grace first meet.
I'll start the timer after the clips, because I
Okay.
think the clips take a little bit of time.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is when Grace and Anissa first meet. There is a lot of reference to the comics, which again, the creators have said that this is the one aspect of the entire show that's going to be heavily based on the comics. And in the comics, they are in fact in game. From the get-go, Anissa is just, starting to look into the whole genetic mutation thing, because she just has started noticing her powers. And Grace kind of like stumbles upon her and is like, "What's up?" And at first, she's a little nervous, but as you can see, there's like a connection right from the get-go. And it's almost like Anissa doesn't flat out tell her I have powers yet, but she's letting her know what she's doing here. And she could have easily BS this. There's a level of like honesty from the get-go between them. And Grace is just like prying away, and Anissa's not giving her the full story, as you wouldn't. She's a superhero. You're not supposed to give it away yet. But as you can see, they are trusting one another. More so Anissa, and I think that's a big deal for Anissa to trust somebody because of everything she's going through in this moment. The comic book in her back pocket, though, is a reference to The Outsiders, which both of them are a part of in the comics. It was a little ode from the creators to comic book fans that they will, in fact, be together.
True, I think you're a comic book fan.
Yeah,
I'm a big
I think so
comic
too.
And I mean, just look at the chemistry. This is their first time meeting. Mind you, Anissa technically is with somebody in this moment, but just look at the connection between them. And she's completely respectful towards her girlfriend during this situation. Her girlfriend breaks up with her. So it's not...
Okay, but they're kind of flirting right now.
But she could have easily flirted a lot more. She brings her girlfriend to the party that she gets invited to.
So not to interrupt the clip, but I'm going to interrupt the clip, is how does this have to do with trust?
Easy. So this is the time in Anissa's storyline where she's the most vulnerable. She literally, right before this, had just started getting her powers. She hasn't talked to anyone about anything on any level, genetic mutation, anything. She meets this girl, and within 5 seconds is already like kind of talking about a situation that she's already very wary on. There's trust from the get-go. Whether it's not the fact that she didn't flat out say, "Oh, I have powers," but it's the fact that she has all this going on and she's still slowly but surely opening up to this person when she easily could have just written her off and been like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's not a big deal." And she instantly starts talking about genetic mutation and the concept of powers and whatnot.
Is there another episode or scene where they show trust with each other? Where it's like more like clear?
Trust with one another. There's the situation in the club that they're together. I only did this short clip because I think this is their first time meeting. I think this is the get-go. The basis of them is trust. Like from the get-go, she's opening up. In the club when they're all dancing, girlfriend included, they're all dancing, having a good time.
Girlfriend was there.
Girlfriend was there. But they trusted one another not to, overstep boundaries. They both were very respectful in the situation. I believe that Anissa trusted herself and her girlfriend not to overstep boundaries. And yeah, sure, Anissa's girlfriend broke up with her. But that was long coming. That was long coming before Grace was even in the picture. There were lots of issues there with, and this is girlfriend wanting way more and being just really boring. So the Grace coming into the picture had nothing to do with the breakup.
Okay.
It was just.
Well, I have a couple of examples
and they were based on friendship more so than they were.
My question as well, because guys, I unfortunately don't watch Black Lightning, so I don't know. So I need clarification a little bit.
Now.
I know I am. I need to watch it now that I'm watching all these clips. But, like, has she told her about her powers at this point in the series?
So far, the only people who know about her powers are her family. So there is no outside view of. But she also only got her powers like 3 episodes ago. Okay. So we haven't had the opportunity to.
Do you think that the relationship is strong enough within trust in order to tell her that she has powers?
I think so, but also if it's going along with the comics like the creators have said it is, Grace also has powers. And they've said that the development is going to happen sooner rather than later, so they're going to clash sooner, like their powers are going to clash sooner rather than later. So I definitely, in the comics, that's how it goes down.
Do they tell each other that they have powers, or do they just find out, like, on their own that they have
tell
powers?
each other.
Okay.
All right. Well, we might have to let the comic book thing slide a little bit on this one, because I feel like you don't have longevity enough of the show in order to add that trust element in there.
Well,
just to give you.
I have plenty
Carla,
of
take it
examples
away.
for trust, and I will show my clip at the end of this, just so that we could wrap it up nice and tight afterwards. So one way that we could start by this is when Barbara, Gordon's ex, Barbara decides to take Lee because Barbara is jealous that Lee is like now Gordon's love of his life. And when Barbara kidnaps Lee, Lee trusts that Gordon is going to come and save her, which is exactly what happens at the end of the day. Gordon comes in, he saves the day, Lee is safe, and Barbara is not so safe, but, I mean, Lee is good. And another one is Gordon is a police officer, and Dr. Lee does work for the police department. So Gordon has always made it his first priority to protect Lee, and Lee trusts Gordon enough for her to always feel safe around him because she knows that he's always going to be there to save her, just like they did when they went to the event at the circus.
Is that before or after she threatened to expose him for killing Frank? Mind you, Frank actually committed suicide. He wasn't murdered by Gordon, but Leslie didn't trust Gordon at all because she assumed that he killed Frank and made it her mission to try to prove that it was, even though the evidence didn't hold up.
This was after. This was after.
Okay, but it's the relationship as a whole. There have been multiple times that the trust hasn't been there. Even after finding out what Mario tried to do, she still was angry and didn't trust Gordon and still tried to, set him up and kill him. So there's trust, not
set
trusting
him up to kill him, but she trusts him. I mean, when she buried him alive, she gave him the Alice Tetch virus because she trusted that he was going to take it because he was going to choose her, which is exactly what he does. He decides that he wants to be saved and he wants to be with her, so he takes the virus and
But if the virus is supposed to push the truth or whatever, if she trusts him so much, why did she force him to take the virus in order to...
She didn't force him. She gave him the choice, and she trusted that he would take it.
She buried him underground.
But she trusted that he would take it for her.
But whether she trusts... You can't really say that because anyone buried underground is still going to have that, urge to live. So whether... It's not necessarily her, it's not him choosing her.
I fucking get over the fact that she buried him.
That's what I'm saying. And that's
It was the Alice Tetch virus that provokes her to bury him because she thinks that the only way for them to be together is if they're both bad. So if he takes the virus as well. Which leads me to my last clip, which is underneath, it's underneath the compassion one. I put it next to Endgame.
But I just want to say that, her whole point...
Ivan did say she blackmailed him. Do you have care to rebut?
Her whole point
she did blackmail him.
Her whole point of taking the virus...
But this is after... he killed Mario. So all of this happens like afterwards.
But I just want to say her whole point of taking the virus in the first place was the intent of making Jim pay, aka Gordon, pay for killing Mario.
Exactly. But then she realizes that she's fully in love with him, and this is the only way they could be together, which leads me to this clip.
But it's not the only way they could have been together.
Yes, it is. Look, watch.
I just want to remind you, Candice, that she buried him, tried to kill him,
Out of love.
framed him for murder.
Out of love. You could, if you love somebody enough to want them to be
You
with
don't
you,
inject
you
them with
bury
a deadly virus.
She didn't inject them. It was his choice.
That just
But
sounds
look at
kind
them
of
right here.
stalkerish to bury
They're
someone.
backed
walking.
him in
Look
a
at them.
corner.
They're walking in together. They look like a super couple.
This isn't a contest of who's aesthetically more pleasing because let's be real, Grace and Anissa would take that one too.
Okay, let's just watch them. They both look super badass in this.
Again, has nothing to do with trust.
Look, watch this. Just listen to what he's going to say. But here comes. They belong together.
That again has
He
nothing.
knows. He knows.
Has nothing to do with trust.
See, he even betrays his partner so that he could leave with her.
Again.
And she leaves him outside of the train, trusting that he will go back and choose her.
I feel like we're just throwing the word trust around for fun because this whole thing is just showing that she enables bad behavior.
She's not enabling bad behavior. She literally was like, he's here to like take us apart. And she kisses him and walks inside the train knowing that he is going to make the decision to go back and go after her.
Again, he's literally going against his partner right now.
Yeah,
his homeboy.
to be with her.
Because she's enabling him to be bad. This doesn't
No,
have anything.
this wasn't her enabling it. This is the virus, which is separate.
But who made him take the virus?
She didn't make him take it. He
Why-
took it.
But why was she on the virus? Because she was.
See, look at them.
Because she
She loves him.
love. That is not love. That's infatuation. She took the virus in an attempt to get back at Gordon.
Yeah,
This
ladies,
isn't trust. This is a
but-
game of cat and mouse, and Lee is doing a great job. Whereas in Anissa and Grace, we see a foundation of trust from the get-go.
Yeah, but they also had a foundation of trust from the beginning.
They absolutely
And
don't.
now-
But since we got to wrap
Ladies,
it up,
we do
Candace.
have
Oh,
to
yeah.
wrap it up. So I'm going to let you. I feel like there are no needs for closing statements unless you
Yeah,
would
no.
like to.
I don't
No, no,
need
no.
a closing statement.
Okay. Well,
Me neither.
I have to say, neither of you all really have a really good argument for trust. Just saying. I think you all did a great job arguing it, but I don't think your couples stand well with the trust issue. Y'all did a great job.
Thank you.
But
I will
just
say
saying.
every relationship is built on the foundation of trust, and seeing as we got to see the first moments of Grace and Anissa, trust was the focal point of their meeting.
If you look at the beginning of when Gordon and Lee met, you will see that they had trust from the beginning as well.
She can use the beginning argument. I don't know if you can use the beginning argument. You got longer. You got longer. So I don't think you can use that. But I have to say, on this argument as a whole, she gave him a virus. She buried him. She left him. I don't think your couple really should have.
And the fans don't like them together.
Okay, but if we could just give it to them, I do love the fact that they're together
I
in
think
real
they
life.
are a very gorgeous couple.
They
I
are.
think they have a lot of great strengths. But at the end of the day, I think, I'm going to choose Anissa Grace!
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Drew, you're on a two-peat.
Okay, everybody is gonna be
Two-peat.
so happy with that from like Gotham, because even my own panel was like, why are you doing Leah and Gordon? You should be doing Barbara. I'm like, I love
mean-
Dr. Lee and Gordon, so
All right. Well, that was a good fight. You put up a good one.
Y'all did
It
a
was-
great job arguing. Like I'm telling y'all, you got great debate skills.
Well, guys, we'll see you all next week. Ladies, where can they find you, Karla?
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a Gotham fan, please tune in on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to watch us. You can find me on Instagram at Karla Beltran. I am Karla Beltran, and on Twitter at Karla Beltran with an R at the end.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us. We will be back again next week. And my name is Candice Cruz. You can find me on all my social media at Candice R. Cruz.
And I'm Drew Jones. You can follow me on all the things at OKDrewJ. And guys, Grace is going to be on the show tomorrow night for Black Lightning After Show.
Yay!
So come check it out. It's going to be so much fun. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Ciao.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.